It is the Mara Wonder. Welcome back to our continuing special coverage of this mass migration of mammals. Almost 1 million of them are expected to make that journey from the Serengeti Plains in Tanzania all the way west to the Masai Mara in Kenya, which is arguably the most famous national park in that part of the world. But a road trip to the Masai Mara National Reserve is not as adventurous as you would be hoping it would be. Now, the highway leading from Kenya's capital city, Nairobi, to the Mara has become virtually dilapidated. What would have otherwise should have been a road trip, relaxing at that, it becomes a very long and exhausting journey. The highway has been neglected for decades, and finally now, in the last few months or so, the Kenyan government has begun talking about getting repair work underway. Penina Karibe takes a look once again.
The Masai Mara National Reserve lies about 270 kilometers from Nairobi. It is one of Kenya's finest wildlife reserves and attracts at least 250,000 tourists every year, with most opting for a road trip. The drive from the capital city Nairobi is quite relaxing, with beautiful sceneries and a smooth road. That is until you reach Narok town. 30 kilometers after Narok town, the journey gets bumpy, quite literally. This is the main road linking Kenya's capital city Nairobi to the Masai Mara National Park, and even goes all the way to Tanzania. But this significant highway has been neglected for decades. In fact, residents around here tell us the last time it was tarmacked was in the 1980s. The torture of driving on this dilapidated highway is reflected by every car that passes. Most of them end up breaking down.
I had visitors I was taking to the Masai Mara. My van broke down. All my ball joints broke and I had to give away the tourists to another van to take them to the Mara while I waited for the mechanic.
It's become very expensive driving on this road. Our vehicles break down all the time, and every week we have to visit the mechanic for repairs.
As a result, motorists have now created their own routes which pass through people's farms, putting them on a collision path with the communities.
They are passing through the farms of the people's farms. So the people there, the owners of the farms, are not happy. And at some places they even charge. They even close the road and then start charging. You know, those kind of things. And even they pelt them with stones. Some of them, there's that threat of people. If they don't stop, then build them with the stones.
The Kenyan government has now promised to repair the roads.
And I'm informed that the tenders are out. The tenders are out, and now the road may start. I think towards the end of the year, this road they will be doing it right from where the tarmac stopped up to the gate.
However, for this tourism peak season, tourists will have to contend with the poor infrastructure or save a few more bags for short flights connecting between Nairobi and the Wildlife Reserve. Penina Karibe, CCTV, at the Masai Mara in Kenya.